Good afternoon, everyone. There we go. Just had to adjust my settings here. Well, so I want to start today. Everybody drop in your affirmations. I am fierce. I am determined. I am a millionaire. I am confident. Go with our, yes, Sierra, you got it. I am a billionaire. Yes, that's even better than millionaire. What else do we have here? Come on, everybody. What are you? What are you? If you're not it now, what will you be? I want to thank everybody for joining me today. So this was just like a last minute quick motivational call. Usually we have them earlier in the day. Ooh, Sierra, I am first trillionaire in my family. Yes, ma'am. Love that. I am powerful. So I have 12 steps on how to get out of your funk. And I cannot take credit for these. These are from Yana Lisa Rosa. I had a meeting with her last night and it was awesome. So I just want to share all the knowledge I got from that meeting. But before I start, I just want to start off with my little personal story. So normally I would not share this with anyone, but I think it helps. It's part of how to get out of your funk and how to purge things out of your life. So last night, if any of you are following me on IG, you can see that my daughter and I, we cooked some tostadas last night. And I added some cheese onto mine that she doesn't eat. And I didn't know this cheese was spoiled. It's a white cheese, so I couldn't see the white fungus starting to grow on it. So everything's fine last night. I'm doing good. Go to bed this morning. I wake up and immediately my stomach is hurting. And I'm just like, no. I was like, I can sleep this off. So I close my eyes again. 10 minutes later, no, my body wakes me back up. And it's like, we're not having this. So the rotten cheese is a toxin that went into my body. And my body was telling me, give me the warning signs. Hey, this is not something that should be in here. This is going to do us damage. This is not good. We need to get it out. So I immediately went to the restroom. Don't want to get into details because that's just gross, but purged it. My body automatically, I could not, because I'm very strong-willed. So usually I can tell myself, this is going to happen. This is how it's going to go. I'm not going to let this happen. And my body stops. But no, our bodies are very amazing machines, and it knew automatically that this toxin cannot be in my body. It needed to get out. So it purged it from my body. So we need to take the hints, the messages from our own bodies that are very amazing machines. And you can talk to any medical experts, doctors, they still haven't figured out everything on our bodies yet. So our body automatically takes toxins out of our bodies. Sometimes the toxins are stronger than we are. And so we need to listen to this message. We need to copy them, copy our own body. So if there is something, what I take from this also, this is something bad that happened to me. So I'm on a liquid diet right now. Can't really, I'm still not feeling up to par, but I wanted to go ahead and have this call today anyway. And what we need to take from this is that if anything toxic is in our life, we need to purge it from our life. It is not helping us. It is not doing good for us. It is not keeping us on the path that we want to go, reaching the goals that we want to reach, moving forward. The toxins will slow you down, stop you from doing what you need to do. Because what I do in the mornings, I get up, I do my affirmations and my gratitudes. I listen to Mornings with Neno. Love Neno. And Bob Proctor was on there today. If y'all saw that, woo, I know that was the call. And this toxicity that was inside my body stopped me from progressing. It stopped me from doing that. But it only stopped me temporarily. because I got rid of it and now my day is continuing. Yes, I might have missed of quite a few hours today, but I kept going. Don't let it stop me. Don't let it hold me back. And that's what all the toxic things in your life, it could be toxic things or toxic people that are holding you back. They're not letting you complete what you need to complete. Now, I've had some friends that have gone through some situations recently, and last night I was on some other calls, some other people that I heard the toxics that's occurring in their current lives right now, that's holding them from certain things. But as soon as they purge it, they feel great. They can keep going. They can move on. So that's what we need to learn from our amazing bodies. My body purged those toxins from my body, and now I'm moving on. I'm moving forward with my day. So same thing. We need to purge all the toxicity from our lives, from the people that are toxic. There's some people that are toxic. Like I've had recently a person that was toxic in my life. I tried to help them. I gave them the tools. I gave them the information. I put them on mornings with Nendo. I told them what books to read. I told him, start doing your daily exercise. You need it because the exercise, and that's one of the things on my list. And even Yana Lisa says, you need to move your body. You need to move your body to stay motivated. But unfortunately, he just kept going down. He could not come up. He could not take a step forward, and he was just comfortable where he is. And I had to let him go. I had to cut that because I cannot have that type of toxicity in my life. I am moving forward. I am going towards my goal, and no one and nothing is going to stop me. Like all of you, nothing can stop you. Nothing can pull you back. Only you can push yourself back. Only you can hold yourself back. Only you can stop yourself from not reaching your goals, reaching your dreams, completing everything that you want to do. Okay, so that was my whole lesson on toxicity for the morning. I'm sorry, afternoon. Like I said, I just woke up a couple hours ago after all these toxins were in my body. So I'm a little thrown off, but I am here and I am ready to give you the lessons that I learned from Yana Lisa Rosa. So how to get out of your funk. So like I said on my flyer, if you experience insignificance, lack of motivation, inability to see the light at the end of the tunnel, this is how you get out of that. So first things first, you have to be completely fed up with where you are right now. You want to be tired of not moving forward. You want to be tired of not growing. You want to be tired of not progressing to where you want to be. You have to reach that moment to where you're like, that's it. This is where I am. Is this where I'm going to stay? No, you cannot. You cannot stay there. You cannot stop. You cannot not move forward. You have to keep growing. You have to keep going. That moment when it snaps in your head that you're like, that's it. I need to do it. I need to move forward. That's when you start doing these steps. So another important thing, which we all know with everyone, is so you need to know your why. And so I'm looking at pictures here. Everybody turn your cameras on. I don't care what you look like. Come on. I'm in the middle of a oil session, except for lovely Lily. Thank you for having your camera on. Hey, Deanna. Okay. So yeah, my hair is like, I need a shower. I'm in the middle of doing an oil treatment. So my hair is all greasy. I don't care what y'all look like. It doesn't matter. We are here to get motivated, get out of our funk. Okay, so next thing, you need to know your why. Your why has to be bigger than you. It has to be about someone else. It can't be just for you. It can't be like, oh, I'm doing this business because I want to get myself a brand new car. Well, when you do that, you're doing it just for you. It's so easy for you to just stop because it's just you. It's so easy for you to give up on yourself. But when you have someone else relying on you, you have someone else that you want to do it for, you don't want to disappoint them. You don't want to say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mom. I can't help you with your bills today. I can't help you with your medical bills. It looks like you won't be able to get that life-saving surgery today. Because when you have that motivation that you wanted to help your mom, you want to help your kids, you want to help your best friend or anybody else, then that will keep you going, keep you moving forward. Because you can easily give up on yourself, but it's so hard to give up on someone else because you have someone else depending on you. So for me, I have my daughter. So everything I do is for my daughter. That's my biggest why. So I have to make sure not only that I can get her, she's actually on the call right now. She's under Yasmina. So not only can I get what I need for her, but also I am an example for her to show her that it can be done, that we can accomplish whatever we need to accomplish to get to our goals. Okay, and so number 3, understand what it is that defines you in this life. So how do you want people to describe you? Do you want them to say, oh, she's lazy, she's never did anything, she just lies in bed all day? Is that what you want people talking about you? That's what you want them to say about you? No, you want to say, oh, she's strong, she's fierce, she's always getting this done, she's always she's out there talking to people, she's getting her goals done. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? She did this yesterday. That's what you want. You don't want someone say all these negative things about you. You want to keep it positive. So what do you want to define you? And then act accordingly. Do what you want, whatever, because it doesn't matter who you say you are, people will also define you. People will also say, oh, she was fierce. Oh, she was determined. Oh, she reached those goals. Oh my gosh, she is awesome. Those things determine you. So no matter what you do, what you say, not what you do, because it is what you do. No matter what you say, what you do will determine who you are. So you need to act accordingly. Get up in the mornings, complete your affirmations, make your list, complete that list every day, just stuff like that. So number 4, tell the universe that you're ready. So many years ago, actually not even many years ago, like a couple years ago, I didn't believe in this. I was just like, yeah, right, whatever. But it is true. Whatever you put out there in the universe, that's what will come back to you. So scream it. Like, I know a couple ladies, they actually went outside and screamed this at the top of their voice. Scream out to the universe, I am a millionaire. I am accomplishing my goals. I am getting a new house in 2022. Tell the universe what, you don't have to go outside and scream, but don't just write it down. Write it down does help you, but at the same time, say it out loud. Let the universe hear your voice. Let the universe hear how determined you are to get these goals. And one trick on a side note, this is from another leader I was following. They said that whenever you're writing your affirmations, that you should do something physical at the same time and do it every time. So if you're writing your affirmation, you say, I am the first millionaire in my family, and then tap your thumb 3 times. Then you write next affirmation, I will have a new car in December 2021, and tap. Because this helps ingrain it into your mind, and you're more likely to achieve it. So that's a new thing that I have not heard from any other leaders, just this one leader. Okay, so number 5, read books that frame your mind. So I used to read, like, my favorite authors, Stephen King, or horror novels. Some people like the love novels. So you want to read to learn. And I'm not learning anything except on how a ghost can kill me reading those novels. So your mind is powerful, and these books will help shape your way of thinking. And they teach you things that will help improve you in your life. Yes, Sarah, I love horror. So I'm not saying stop reading those books, but the books that you mostly need to read are books that help improve you. and still enjoy, on the side, your little horror books like I do. I have my Stephen King, Dean Koontz, poems. Ooh, Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Very sad, depressed individual, but he wrote great. So read books that will feed your mind. If you don't have time to read, do the audiobooks. Like everything is out in audiobooks. If you need access to some audiobooks, I'm actually in a group that has a lot of audiobooks listed on there. Let me know, send me a message. But keep feeding your mind, because that will shape you and move you to what you want to do. Okay, so number 6. This is what I was talking about earlier. Remove the people, places, and things that do not serve you. So if they're not helping you grow, they're not helping you move you towards your path, then they're hindering you. They're stopping you. And like I said earlier, it can be a person, it could be a place. Like if you were in a bad place with someone or something bad happened and you still stay there, you'll keep having that reminder of the bad thing that happened there. So you need to move. You need to move the apartment, move out of an apartment, move out of another house, move to another city, get that negative place away from you. And things. So there's a lot, we tend to have, as humans, we tend to have a lot of attachments to things. This is one thing we can take from animals. Animals aren't exactly attached to things like us humans are. So if there was a ring that your ex gave you and he was a toxic part of your life, get rid of the ring, sell it, let someone else look at that ring, because if you keep looking at it, then you're just going to keep reminding about all the bad things that happen, and you don't want to be thinking that. A lot of our thoughts are 80% negative because we are humans, so we need to stop those 80% negative thoughts. And like I put on my post, we were born not thinking those negative thoughts. We were born being happy. Go look at a baby, look at a 6-month-old, even a 1-year-old. They're always smiling. They're always happy. Every little thing that they see makes them so happy. They see a rainbow and they're just like in awe, even a piece of a leaf from a tree, and they're just smiling and giggling. So we need to kind of remember that. We've forgotten as we've gotten older, as people have told us, no, don't do that. No, you can't do that. No, that's not possible. We need to reprogram our minds to think, yes, I can. No matter how ridiculous our goal is, how out of this world it seems impossible, you can do it. Just reprogram those negative thoughts. Stop letting those negative thoughts take over your present. Okay, so where was I? 6. Okay, so number 7, spread love. So this is a big one for me. Karma is real, and for me it is so real. And then if you don't believe in karma, then whatever religion you are, you believe in God, or you're a Buddhist, or whatever you may be, whatever you put out, whatever you do to others will come back to you. And for me, the way I've always believed, it'll come back to me tenfold. So watch what you do, watch what you say, and remember, so even if you're having a bad day, like this is my own personal example, and so I'm still trying to improve. I am not perfect, I am human, still trying to improve daily. The other night I went out to eat dinner with my mom and my daughter. So my daughter was making me mad, as usual, acting like the teenager, even though she's only 11. She thinks she knows everything. She thinks she's right with everything. And so she was upsetting me. So I started being rude to the waitress. And the waitress did not deserve that. She did not cause me to react that way. And my mom and my daughter immediately pointed out to me, they're like, oh, you're taking it out on the waitress. And I was just like, that is not who I am. That's not who I want to be. So she left, and when she came back, I was like, hi, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to get everything settled in. And what is your name again? I forgot. And so she told me her name was Chelsea. I was like, hi, Chelsea, I'm Michelle. And I do have a question about this drink. And, everything was great. I was smiling. The waitress was smiling. The waitress was the best. She was just happy throughout the whole time that she was serving us. And I felt so much better that I didn't ruin her night because of my bad attitude. I can't let that, I was still a little mad at my daughter. I switched it around. I stopped myself. So, that's that negativity that's coming out. We have to stop it. We have to stop it and switch it around and spreading the love. So I was making sure that I showed her my best self and that she was happy. She seemed to have a great night with all the other customers around there. So whatever you put out into the world, you will receive it back. Be nice to strangers, talk to people, help people, because you don't know what's happening in their lives. You don't know if their dog just died. Their rent is past due and they're about to get kicked out of where they live. You don't know what they're going through, and they might act out towards you, that frustration, that fear they have inside themselves. So you have to be positive. Even if they're mean to you, you have to be positive and be nice. And if they don't, because a lot of times I've had that happen where people are just outwardly mean to me and I'm like, okay, well, I hope you have a good one. And, yeah. And usually they'll like stop and start smiling. Once you, that's why they say the smile is contagious. It's so true. You start smiling at someone, they'll start smiling. So you could actually uplift them and help them, feel better, even though their day is bad. Okay, so, and number 8, daily affirmations in the mirror. So this one I was actually doing before I even started all this. It was at the middle of last year, and I'm sorry, I'm not reading the chat. I will get so super distracted. So I was doing this. Okay, so my backstory is I was married to an extreme narcissist, and I was deeply depressed from October 2019 to I guess May of 2020. So when I started finding all this motivational stuff, following these leaders, talking about motivation, talking about how to better your life, I actually started writing my one affirmation on my mirror with a magical eraser marker. So I would actually write on the mirror and I would say it to myself. And actually, even before this, starting in my 20s, I would do this also. So daily affirmations in the mirror, that's number 8, daily affirmations in the mirror. So it's so funny because I was doing this before I knew what it was. There was a promotion I wanted to get, or there was, I used to also be a server. And so I would say to myself in the mirror, I am going to make $300 tonight. And I would say it to myself several times in the mirror, and I would actually get it. It would be a completely dead night, be like one table, but then all of a sudden several people come in or a party came in and I would get the money that I needed. So I was doing this before I even knew what it was. So that's number 8, very important. Daily affirmations in the mirror. It helps, it works. Okay, number 9. Move your body so your energy doesn't go stale. Exercise daily. So I was actually surprised at this one. I've always said it, like I've always told my friends, they're like, oh, I don't feel good today. I feel so sad. I feel depressed. I don't feel like doing anything. I'm like, get up, get out of bed and go to the gym. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel like going to gym. I was like, okay, get up, go walk around outside, go around the block, move, keep on moving. And it's true. So I don't remember what the chemical is called. If anyone remembers what the chemical is called, whenever you're doing exercise, it releases these chemicals into your body, into your brain, and it uplifts you, makes you have more energy, it makes you happier. So, okay, so no one, okay. Serotonin. Thank you, Diana. I knew I could count on y'all. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can remember. So serotonin. So every time you move a lot and do exercise, this will get released into your brain. So this will give you more energy, make you feel happier. Yes, endorphins also. So exercise daily. Doesn't mean you have to go all ham out and do like a 1 hour cardio straight. Just 10, 15 minutes a day, and there's no excuse. You have a space, all you need is like a 5 by 10 space where you are, and go to YouTube and Google an exercise video you want to do. You don't feel like moving a lot. There's days where I just cannot feel it. I'll just Google some yoga. And just doing that just gets me recentered, makes me feeling better, and helps so much. Deanna, I know you have a space outside, Deanna. She said my RV is smaller than that. Go outside. Once you start moving around, it won't be so cold. Okay, and so we were on 8. Okay, number 9 was move your body. 10, meditation and manifestation. So visualize your future self in detail. What are you wearing? What are you eating? Who are your friends? What does your house look like? So this is the manifestation part where you can see in detail where it is you want to be. So, and then meditations, like I know we have meditations in the morning with Mose and some others that are on there. But even meditations, I was actually astounded. Apple Music, if any of you have the iPhone, Apple Music even has meditations on there. I was like, what? When did this happen? But if you don't have that, go on YouTube, find some music, some meditational music, just get in a comfortable place, sit there, close your eyes. And there's lots of instructional videos on YouTube on how to meditate. So do the meditations and the manifestations. Manifestations are so important. Visualize exactly where you want to be. Okay, and number 11, this one is one I need to do. Clean your space. And so I know Deanna is on the path of this right now. She just had some toxicity in her life. She got rid of that toxic person, and now she's cleaning her space. And Deanna and I also talked about this the other day. So clean your space is huge, because if you live where it's cluttered, then you will have a cluttered mind. Cluttered space makes a cluttered mind. You cannot think clearly. You cannot attain whatever your goals are if you keep looking at like a pile of dirty clothes on the floor or a bunch of papers on the desk that you need to go through and haven't gone through in a month. Yay, Diana, my piles are almost gone. Yes. Sierra, out of sight, out of mind. Absolutely. So even if, I know some of us live with other people, I live by myself, thankfully. Oh, thank goodness for that. That's one thing I manifested, and it happened, and I got exactly in the neighborhood I wanted to get because of my affirmations and manifestations. But even if you live with someone else, like I've had roommates before that were just disgusting, and I put down the rule. I was like, common areas need to be clean. I was like, remove your stuff. And I've had some roommates that won't do it, so I just take it and pile it in front of their door. I'm like, there you go, because you can't walk out until you finish what you need to get done. Clean it away. And I've even heard some people actually putting the dirty dishes in their roommate's room on their bed so they can't even sleep. So yeah, you want to keep your space clean. Keep your, at least the very least, keep your personal room clean so that you can just have a clean mind, concentrate on what you need to concentrate and not be distracted by other things. Okay, and number 12, the last one, Liz. Yes, Liz. I love that. Yeah, I've done that to my daughter too. She knows, right, Yasmina? She'll leave stuff out. I'm like, oh no, this doesn't go there. And sometimes, you know, I'm up till 1, 2 in the morning, and she's left the stuff out. I grab it all and just throw it in her room.
Yeah, it makes a bigger mess.
Okay, so the last one, number 12. Adjust your cleaning, eating, and sleeping habits. So this one I started actually, well, the eating part I actually started doing before my daughter was born. So what we mean by this, okay, so adjust your cleaning. So like it goes with number 11, to clean your space. So what Lisa does, and actually surprised me, I was like, wow, that's just like a boss babe right there. So she cleans immediately. She doesn't walk away from it. She doesn't leave it. She picks it up immediately. She told the story that when Matt sits on the sofa and he's sitting there and then he gets up to go to another room, she'll walk over to the sofa and immediately fluff the pillows, make it look like no one had ever sat there. So she makes it like no one lives in a house, it's perfectly spotless, it's perfectly clean. And so looking at that picturesque environment to where it's just clean and spotless, that just, I don't know if anyone's ever had it, but it just makes you relax. And you can think about and concentrate on what you really need instead of worrying about, oh my gosh, there's a napkin there. I'll pick it up later. Oh, there's an empty soda can. Maybe I'll get it later. I got to go do this right now. I've got to go pick up my kids from school. It'll literally take you, the seconds that you thought about cleaning it up was the time that you could have taken to have already moved it and cleaned up. Which I tell this to my daughter every time. I'm like, the minutes that you sit here arguing with me how much you don't want to clean and don't want to pick it up, you could have already done it. So there's a little time management in there with that. Okay, and then the second part was eating. So eating, I started this 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. So what you put into your body is so important, because eating healthier foods is going to get you going, keep you moving, keep you alive. So your food is your gas. Your body needs vitamins and nutrients for it to keep going, to keep moving forward and keep you healthy. So if you keep putting in, and it doesn't have to be like a straight salad. I mean, you could have a sandwich, like I still have sandwiches and stuff like that. But if you keep going to Jack in the Box, going to Taco Bell, going to Whataburger, going to all these greasy fat food restaurants, that greasy food weighs you down. Not only is it unhealthy for you, but see, this goes back to what I said at the beginning. Listen to your body. This will bring down your energy. This will bring you down. You won't feel like moving. You won't feel like getting up and doing what you need to accomplish for the day. That greasy food is slowing you down. Yes, it tastes delicious. And I know I like to enjoy it once in a while. I'm not saying just completely cut out of your life, but once in a while you can have your, like once a week, have your bad food day and get your greasy fattening food. But you need to feed your body. You need to feed it fuel that will keep you moving. Yes, Yasmina, tacos. I love tacos. Yeah, we were in Austin and we went to this taco place. So good, so sinful, so fattening, but it was just my one meal. My next meal, I had a salad. So yes. Oh, Deanna, cleanliness is next to godliness. Yes, limit sugar. Yes, I used to drink a lot of sugar. I mean, drink a lot of sugar. I'm looking at saying drink because my daughter just grabbed some
Water.
Some water. Okay, let's see. So my dad's like a super sweet lover. I don't eat sweets that much, but I have like one piece of chocolate once per day at least. And that's my sweets for today. So that's my indulgence. But I'm not sitting there going through a whole 24-ounce bag of M&Ms because that won't help me and probably make my stomach hurt. So one thing I do, and I know it's difficult for many people, especially for the cost, is that I have changed my food in my household to about, I'd say 90% organic, because there's so many chemicals, so many preservatives in conventional food, and our bodies don't recognize that as food and stores it in our fat cells or causes us to be sick. So the reason I started, like, I guess it was like 12 years ago or 15 years ago, I switched to organic. I was overweight, I was unhappy. I started doing a little research because I heard of some other, this one, like the whole organic craze was starting. Actually, it was before that. And I started hearing about people eating organic and I was like, And I switched to organic foods. I still ate pizza. I still eat hot dogs. I still ate my tacos, but all my ingredients were organic. And I didn't do any exercise. This was the first month I started. I didn't do any exercise. I just switched what I was eating, and I tried to not eat out. I mean, I still eat out like once a week. And I lost 10 pounds just from what I was putting into my body. So I know a lot of people, it's expensive to do organic, but one of them, if you can't do all organic, the most important part are your fruits and vegetables, because the toxins are being sprayed upon it, even to showcase it in the grocery store. They put a waxy film on top of the conventional food products. They're not allowed to do it on organic. But that's why you get an apple and it's so shiny, because they used a chemical to make it shiny. Yeah, so it's, if you can't do anything else, the most important is your fruits and vegetables, because we usually don't cook those. We eat them raw and they're like embedded into the food. They haven't been processed, like maybe some crackers that have been processed or cookies that have been cooked. So yeah. Oh, Marie said Dirty Dozen. Yeah, look up the Dirty Dozen. Google Dirty Dozen. It's just eye-opening. And there's always some place to get some stuff that are organic and inexpensive. Like for here, we have a Trader Joe's, and that's a lot cheaper than Whole Foods. Even sometimes Central Market, or I know Tom Thumb is a store in Texas. They call it Randall's in other cities. Kroger's, but they have their own brands that are organic. And so those are cheaper. But anyway, so, okay. Oh, and then the last thing on the adjusting your life, the sleeping habits. So you hear all the time people saying, oh, I only got 5 hours sleep. I only got 4 hours sleep. Oh, I'm working on 6 hours sleep because I got to get up. I got to work. I got to do this. I got to contact these people. I got to get these clients. Your body needs 8 hours of sleep. It's a biological need. It's not a want, it's not a hope, it's something that your body needs. And like I said at the beginning of this call, it's so important to listen to your body and what it needs. So yes, like I still do it. Like I can go on 4, like yesterday, I was on 4 hours sleep and I could keep going. I took an energy drink. I fought against what my body was saying. I took an energy drink, or natural energy, of course, and kept going throughout the day. But try so hard to get your 8 hours sleep, whether it's going to bed earlier or getting up later, but most importantly, going to bed earlier. So those are the 12 things you need to get out of the funk. And does anyone have any questions? Oh, thank you. Oh, Sierra says she, after one video, her mom detoxed their house from pork. Yeah, it's amazing. I stopped eating pork I guess it's 11 years ago, right when my daughter was born, because at that time, my first husband, he was Muslim, so they don't eat pork. And I was like, why? And actually it was before she was born, because when we were dating, I was helping him with his college work, and I would help him write papers because he's straight from the Arab countries. You know, his English wasn't perfect. And he wanted to do a paper on why to not eat pork. And I had to do all this research on it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not eating pork anymore. But my weakness is bacon. I'm sorry. That's one thing I can never, ever give up. I love bacon. It's so good. Okay. And Mission Impossible. Yes. So yeah, if you can't have the whole house clean, just find one area of your own space, maybe just your bedroom, or maybe in your bathroom if you have your own bathroom. Find one square inch of your house that you can have to yourself that's clean, that will keep you on your path. Let's see. Okay. So does anyone have any questions? I think you can unmute yourselves. I don't have it. Let's dance.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
So, I love this call. So, how did you start your organic journey? Because I've tried it, then I fell off, and I love bacon too. I love bacon on a bagel. I'll order the BLT, but without the tomato, because I don't like tomatoes. I just love bacon. I had it yesterday; it was so good. But I don't eat a lot of it. I used to eat a lot of it, but I cut down.
Yeah.
But as far as eating organic, I want to do it, but I want to be disciplined about it. How did you start? How did you go about it? Do you cook organic? What are good organic meals that you could recommend?
Okay, so for organic, this is a misconception. Everybody thinks organic, you're eating healthy, seaweed, and I don't like seaweed.
Yeah, yeah.
Like healthy food that doesn't taste very good, but no, it's just switching your ingredients, switching what makes your food. Like I said, like even it, I have on my Instagram, you'll see that I made tostadas last night. All my ingredients were organic except for a couple that are natural. But the number one thing to do, the basic rule is anything you pick up that you want to buy that's food in the store, you read the ingredients. If there's some word that you cannot say or that wasn't grown from the ground, you should not be eating it. That's the basic rule. But I think what would help you stay, because now I learned, thanks to Rebecca, she had a live yesterday about the difference between motivation and dedication. So yeah, we're motivated to want to eat healthier. We're motivated because we can see, we hear, and it's all pushed back. It's all hidden because the big farming companies don't want us to know about all the pesticides they actually use, and other companies don't want us to actually know what ingredients and what's going into our food. But if you Google online, you could see
Right.
the differences. So that motivates us like, oh my gosh, I need to switch what I eat. Oh my gosh, why am I still buying this? This is harming for me.
Wait.
So
You,
that motivates us. So you
yeah.
have to actually be dedicated to it. One thing that's helped me is look up the videos on it. There's actually some on Netflix that show you how cows are on some of the most famous farms, or chickens where they can't even walk. They're basically sitting in their own filth in a cage and unable to move. And then they go and throw that cow inside the grinder alive. They throw into the meat grinder, and I still eat beef.
Alive.
But they throw it
Alive.
alive. Yes, it's horrific when I see some of these. And then it's ground up in there, and USDA allows them to have a certain amount of pus, a certain amount of feces in our foods. It's allowed in the conventional food market. So in organic, the difference between organic is that the cow is out on the pasture. The cow is living his beautiful life in grass.
That alone is enough for me.
Eating is a vegetarian diet, whereas the cow that's locked in the cage, they have lines going through them, feeding them to keep them fat. I mean, so fat that they can't even eat. They can't. It's really sad. I mean, cows barely have a very small brain and barely even consciously know that they're alive. But it still, as us as humans, we feel, and we feel bad for that. And I, before I eat my cow, I wanted to have a happy life. No offense to any of the vegans out there.
Yeah.
I was married
remember
to.
my first.
Oh yeah, here it is.
First went to like DR. When I first my first foreign country, which was DR, and I was like, why are these cows so skinny? They don't feed their animals, and like meanwhile they're freaking grass-fed, healthy animals. And our freaking cows are unhealthy, fat asses, because they're pumping them up with shit and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, they're doing the right thing, unlike us nasty, savage Americans.
It's not us. It's because when we started here, it really isn't. I mean, when the settlers first came here, it was natural. Think about it. Everything was natural. Everything was farmed into the ground, and they actually asked American Indians how to do some of the farming. They didn't know how to work the ground here. So our society came from natural roots, came from basically what they call organic roots that weren't using chemicals. And now I see a lot of us, we're reverting back to that. We're now supporting small farmers that do that. And I just want to give a shout out here to Kelly. I do my own garden and courgette and rosemary and other herbs. Oh, that is amazing. And vegetables. Oh, I wish I had the room for that. And my rosemary keeps dying. I don't know how you keep it alive. Like rosemary keeps dying. Oh yeah, and Marie said that the FDA approves 8 drops of pus in regular milk. Yeah, the pus from the cows. Yeah, it's
I appreciate your call, girl. You are so amazing. I just say I'm so proud of you. And the purple is just everything. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm sorry, but I was just like, oh, I'm so proud of this girl. And I'm learning so much for you guys. Like, I remember, I'm sorry. So disclaimer, I'm so sorry if this goes a little too far. If you say, hey, too much, don't speak no more. Trust me, I understand. But it was last year. I think my mom was making like pork chops and some other like stuff for dinner, and it was not long after that. She's like, "Go ahead and get ready to eat." And so it was not long until she went to the room, saw a video, and she came out. She was like, "No, everybody, dinner. Don't make a sandwich, make everything." And I'm like, "What is going on?" And so she literally dumped all the pork chops out, we literally had just vegetables like side everything. I'm like, what's going on? And I wasn't even hungry. I was like, let me just get some. And it's a good thing I was in the mood for vegetables anyway, because she said, well, I just saw a video. It might disgust you, but we're not eating pork no more. All the bacon is gonna be turkey. We're gonna be having turkey meat, turkey, everything. And so I'm like, what happened? She said a guy had a video and he had his phone. So he was explaining how he had a dead rat. And you know how pigs, how they eat from the slop and whatever, the leftovers. So basically he panned the camera of the dead rat and he threw that into the thing where the slop is, where the pigs eat, and the pig was just going in at. I was like, unbelievable. So all the disease and whatnot, all of that is in that rat, and the pig is eating it. So I was like, wow. So that's why all the disease, all that stuff, that's why they keep feeding it to us. And when y'all said that, that really, really made me learn a lot. Like, okay, I'm going vegan. I'm not everything. Any meat is gonna be fish or turkey. If it's not tilapia, if it's not fruits, vegetables, or like turkey meat, I'm not eating it. No way. I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. So when y'all said a lot about FDA and what they approve of, that made a lot of sense, because I'm like, that's why people like say milk goes spoiled at a certain time. I see why. And I'm super glad that y'all shared this, because now I'm going to be taking more notes about like eating healthy. I'm not going to be, ever since then, we haven't been eating like bacon as far as pork is concerned. But wow.
Yeah, I love bacon. I cannot
And I
get
love, I love bacon, but turkey, I recommend that because I cook it and it's really, really good. So once you do eat it, you're never going to go back. I promise you. But I love your call. Like, you're so motivating, inspiring. Oh, you need to do more calls because I love this. I love supporting it.
Thank you, Sarah. I love your calls. So that means a lot coming from you. You have some really great calls.
Oh, and Erica, you have such a beautiful vibe. I love you, girl. Like everybody in the shout out to y'all. Like, y'all such a vibe. I'm just so grateful for you guys. Like, keep going, girl. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. So if there's no other questions or anything.
Add one more thing real quick.
Okay.
Just kind of food for thought based off of our little topic. And so I have a friend who's vegan, and we had the debate because I was paleo at the time, so I didn't do grains. And, you can go into GMOs and whatever, but his argument was that, when you pray over your food and you give Thanksgiving over it, like you're literally transmuting energy to like have it nourish your body. So if there are any toxins, you will not receive those. Like, and it's biblical too. I was listening to a talk today, and like I don't know, something about like if you are to drink poison, I mean you won't. I don't know. So I mean there's some kind of transmutation about energy and food that it will not like disrupt your body. Obviously it's good to know these things so that we can consciously stay away from them if we choose to, because they are a little gross and not humane. But yeah, it's just a different perspective. It's like, don't be afraid of stuff too much, but we all have our beliefs, and of course can choose however we want, whatever makes us feel good. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the same thought as my first husband. So that halal, that's what it is, that one of their leaders pray over their food, so that but it's just in general, pray over their food so that it's a blessed animal and it's allowed by God that they can consume it. So okay,
Oh yeah, and I hope you feel better, love. I forgot to tell you that.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I just didn't want to miss our motivational call today. We're doing it every day, Monday through Friday. Our hours change depending on life happening and stuff. Stuff comes up. Okay, and so my daughter keeps requesting a song.
I have a suggestion. Let's do it.
So just gonna end the call with this. Thank you all. Have an awesome day. Have a wonderful weekend, and gonna end the call on the song.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Mama, please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. Friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Back and forth, the motion. You know I said before, I don't mean it. It's been a while since I had your attention. So it might hurt to hit it.